Hello everyone, this is Robert here again. I'm going to be doing another video in automation. This is by request of a guy on the forums called Kubboz, K-U-B-B-O-Z, weird name, but here we go. Another sandbox engine, and it's these two. I did these two last night. I'm going to do these here. First off, it's going to be the Skoda S136 MPI. Okay. First off, I'm going to show you how he made it as usual. Here it is. And shut that in. Inline 4, aluminium block. 75.5mm on bore, 72mm on stroke. Crank is a forged steel. Column rods are I-beam steel. Pistons are forged. This is set back in 1997. As you can tell up there, that's technical year. It's a dinky wee engine. Top end is a push rod design. Push rods, as you can tell, 2-block aluminium head, as you can tell there, same material. Compression is 10, cam profile is set to default at 40, no VVT or VVL, this engine doesn't have it, naturally aspirated, fuel injection, multi-port EFI, so that's, I'm not sure what EFI stands for, it's single in, yep. Single unit. It's got the standard air intake here. Premium unleaded, 95 RON, 14.5 fuel mixture, 56 ignition timing, so a bit advanced, but not up from the standard which is 50. 5.5 of the rev limit. Exhaust is short cast, that's what this thing is here. No muffler bypass, 1.25, this is a small exhaust system. Freeway catalytic converter, so not the high flow freeway, which is literally get more exhaust gases through. The first muffler, sorry, is a straight through, so it just goes straight through. Then the second muffler, which I can't zoom in on, it's a reverse flow. Now let's go on to engine testing. So 77.2 foot-pounds of torque at 2700 RPM with maximum power delivered. Maximum power of 67.1 horsepower at 5,400. So it's quite a dinky little engine. A bit over 70,000 kilometers on it. Quite good. Let's enter test mode. I'm just going to run up what I'd usually do here per 1000 RPM. 10 horsepower and a bit under 60 foot-pounds torque. A bit over 20 horsepower and a bit over 70 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, a bit over 40, a little under 80 foot-pounds of torque. Have to get this balanced. But under 60 and still under 70, so it hasn't gone up that much. Well, okay, it has increased a little bit under 80 foot-pounds of torque. Nearly coming on to full throttle here. Nearly 70 and 70. This is stable. That's nearly on full throttle. That's full throttle there. tried to rev match it, so it's pretty much full throttle. Well, I've seen this is this is a good engine. I'm going to run up for revs again. Not really being pushed at all. This is all in the green, which is good. So it's a pretty big engine. So I'm dropping the volume to 60. Man hours, it isn't too bad. It takes 21 hours to build. It costs us $600. So very cost effective. Now moving on to a race engine, which is this one here, as you can tell. Race. Bit of lag. Okay, inline 4, aluminium block again, 75.5, 72, so pretty much identical here. Push rod design, same internals, so same push rod internal design in here. Aluminium block, lower compression because this thing has this turbo on it here. So it's a higher cam profile, a little more power, at a higher rev range. No VVT or VVL. Aspirations of turbocharger, ball bearing design. Going to try and get that boost working. So it's 1 point. Okay, let's go for this properly. It's air intake. So it's a big air intake here. So big intercooler, I mean. Sorry, I'm correcting myself. 51.8 millimeters on the compressor. So pretty big. Turbine here, this is a turbine unit, 50.4 millimeters. AR is 1.04, and somebody corrected me that this little thing up here is the wastegate, and when this thing glows red it means the wastegate's struggling. Thank you to whoever corrected me there. Moving on to the fuel system now. Injection, multiple TFI, throttle per cylinder. There, so that's throttle per cylinder race. This is running super unleaded, so it's a little bit richer. Running it very rich at 11.1 to 1. A lot of ones there. Ignition timings advanced to 99. 8,000 on the rev limit. Short cast because of turbocharger, and it will only take short cast exhaust systems. No muffler bypass. Try that as a deadline for you. High flow freeway, so it's a bigger catalytic converter than the last one. This one's a straight through design, and then there's no second muffler because this is a race engine. Who cares about noise emissions? Let's test it. Increasing volume to 70 on the system. There comes the turbo. Red line. Okay, so you heard it. 220 horsepower at 7,300. So quite high power range here. Stable's off there, if you can see that. Yeah. Let's enter the engine test mode. I'm going to do the same again. I'm not going to talk this time. I'm just going to go from here to here, like I usually do per 1,000 and stuff. And, yeah, you read all these numbers yourselves. Hope this isn't too loud. Okay, so not much power in the low rev range, so we're just then going. Let's start to cruise. I'm at high CPU usage error. Warning, I mean. 20 horsepower and 60 foot-pounds of torque. Let's start to. Let's push the engine a little bit. 3,000. So 40, coming up on 40 horsepower, a little over 70. 160 foot-pounds of torque. Dropping volume to 35. Okay, so a bit over 40 horsepower and 60 torques. Coming up on 80, it's coming up pretty near balance now. This is when the turbo comes in. Wastegate is going off, it should tell me it should be changing. A little over 180 horsepower and over 160 foot-pounds of torque. This is very loud for me. So, good power, still stable on oil pressure, that means it isn't having a fit. It's up to red line. That's red line there. Nearly 220 horsepower as you saw earlier. The intercooler's having a bit of a... Intercooler's having an issue. Pardon me. Sorry if you heard that, I put on my mic earlier. The turbine's okay. It's delaying a little bit like this one. I don't think the air flow going through the intercooler is good. These two fans are supposed to be spinning, can you please fix that? That's pretty well stable. Let's just bounce it off road level to... Yeah! Stable, not much deflection here. Okay, let's just go through the rev range again. I'll try and race it for you. Okay, so that's my run through of both Kubboz's engines. Thank you for watching. I'll be putting up more videos shortly on this game. Thank you. And now closing this and stopping recording now. Okay, so see you around, guys. Hopefully I'll be putting up more videos in the future, and good night. Well, goodbye. Haha.